just 30 years ago, unimaginable human tragedy was unfolding in Rwanda. Over 100 years, more than one people were systematically murdered because of their ethnicity. Unspeakable acts of brutality and inhumanity were carried out. Today, we honor their memory. We are aware that the agony of those harrowing days looms large for many in Rwanda because of the horrors endured over the 100 days as towns and villages became killing fields. When many fled their homes and hid, only to be found and forced to flee again. Rwanda lived through one of the worst episodes of violence of the late 20th century, which left deep and lasting sores on those who survived. This significant event, known as Chibuktate, is a call to the Ugandans and Africans at large to reaffirm their unwavering support to the prevention and the fight against genocide, to ensure that it never happens again. Dear colleagues and all here present, remembering the genocide invokes a profound sense of duty among nations to uphold peace and unity. Remembering the violent history of our own and other countries concerns us all in the present and for the future. So we learn not to repeat the mistakes and crimes from the past, and so that genocide can never happen again. Remembering the victims of such atrocity reconnects us to our humanness, and at the same time teaches us about the failure of humanity because of indifferences and apathy. Remembering genocide is relevant today because globally we see a steady rise in a hate crime motivated by discrimination and bigotry. This is precisely why we need to wake up now and bring back empathy for the suffering, others near and far, through remembering. In 2023, UNESCO's World Heritage Committee added 4 genocide memorial sites in Rwanda to the list of the World Heritage Sites. And after the 15th anniversary of the genocide, 3 memorial sites were created in Uganda, at Lem, Kansensro, and Golo, where we are now. Listing a memorial site will enable the entire world to learn more about and draw lessons from the history of the genocide, which Rwanda shares with the international community. Ladies and gentlemen, and all invited guests, we also recognize the survivors' resilience and willingness to forgive as we mark the 30th commemoration of the genocide. We reflect on the importance of unity and reconciliation in building a peaceful and prosperous society. We recognize the crucial role of reconciliation in ensuring sustainable peace, stability, and development. Processes of social healing, truth-telling, repentance, and forgiveness have been used to prepare for social integration of convicted genocide perpetrators upon their release. This process have gone some way towards freeing both the perpetrators as well as victims and their families from the bondage of shame, forgiveness, hatred, revenge, and genocide ideology, helping to build a unified Rwanda. Rwanda serves as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of forgiveness. We are reminded that we need to find each other and build a world where love and compassion triumph over hate. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to express concern over the emergence of divisive ideology in the region and globally, with some propagating hate and inciting violence against ethnicity groups. Hate speech and distortion of facts about genocide incite violence and have a devastating effect on communities. And the scale and the impact of the hate speech and disinformation are nowadays amplified by the new technologies and social media. Genocide happens when humanity's moral compass fails. Hateful ideologies proliferate and state-sanctioned dehumanization of an entire group is allowed to spread. In order to secure a future with peace, unity, and dignity, we must firmly speak out about all forms of racism and discrimination. Addressing the root causes of conflict and violence and taking swift action to prevent them. The remembrance of this day should be used as a moment of deep reflection and opportunity to adapt strategies to counter bigotry and hate speech. Dear colleagues and all here present, I wish to recognize the importance of a legal frameworks that criminalize genocide ideology, including the 1948 UN Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide, and the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. In addition, I reaffirm that education of communities should be carried out by academia, incorporating knowledge of the dangers of ethnicity, of ethnic discrimination into academic curricula and syllabuses. This should be done taking into account the relationship between education, conflict, and peace building, or nation building. This implies not only in Rwanda, but all nations across the globe, with learners encountering these historical events, thereby creating a resilient communities with the capacity to understand genocide and its evils. Ladies and gentlemen, and all invited guests, what the people of Rwanda have achieved since 1994 in their journey to unity, reconciliation, justice, and preservation of the memory of the genocide is a lesson to the rest of the world. The transformation of Rwanda in terms of governance, economic recovery, social cohesion, and development is an exceptional achievement. Rwanda's remarkable recovery serves as a powerful testament to the strength and moral courage of its people, proving that unity and shared resolve of a people can indeed reshape the destiny of a nation. Uganda will continue to stand by the people of Rwanda in its transformation journey. Uganda and Rwanda share historical and fraternal bonds of relationship. Our two countries share a common border and common heritage. Uganda and Rwanda are members of the same sub-regional and regional cooperative frameworks, such as the East African Community, the International Conference on the Great Lakes, the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, and the African Union. These are organizations that work for peace, security, stability, and development in the region. Uganda is committed to using its membership to promote the ideals of the regional integration. We value the deepening of our bilateral cooperation with Rwanda, and indeed with all our neighbors. This is necessary not only for political reasons, but it is essential for our shared prosperity. In March 2023, Rwanda hosted the 11th Joint Permanent Commission between the Republic of Rwanda and the Republic of Uganda. The meeting assessed strategic areas of cooperation between the two countries, and 4 memoranda of understanding were signed in the fields of justice and constitutionalism, mutual legal assistance, diplomatic and political consultations, and immigration matters. We look forward to many more engagements of this nature in future. Your Excellency, the late Emperor Haile Selassie once said, "History teaches us that unity is strength, and cautions us to submerge and overcome our differences in the quest for common goals, to strive with all our combined strength for the path to true African brotherhood and unity." Allow me, on behalf of the government of Uganda and the people of Uganda, to wish good health to the President of the Republic of Rwanda, His Excellency Paulo Kagame. May the government and the people of Rwanda enjoy peace and prosperity forever and ever. And may the friendship and solidarity between Uganda and Rwanda flourish.